Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor in Paradise, a guy's review. We have a new recap for you this morning. The episode 13 last night was sort of boring, sort of kind of stumbling to the finish line there as the people on the beach were not excited for the new arrivals. Some people showed up fashionably late. We're going to get into this, as always. No jump cuts, no edits, just me, you guys, and a couple of notes. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals, patreon.com/Dave Neal for private behind-the-scenes bonus content. All right, let's jump into it. Bachelor Rush Hour is a daily podcast. We've got it. If you haven't already clicked on it, definitely give it a shot. It's audio only. You can listen on your car ride home from work every day or in the office or wherever you want to be. Bachelor Rush Hour, link in the comment section below. All right, the whole beach is sad that Rodney and Eliza broke up. I'm sure people are losing their minds being on the beach this long. Look, it's a psychological game, folks. It's a psychological game out there. They literally don't have social media or jobs or anything to do. There's only so many jump squats you can do before you just want to hang out under a pillow. The sun's not even out. They're sick of the salt water. Brandon breaks down. He says his boy was for once as happy as hell, that being Rodney. Serene says he deserves someone who won't look for something better, and of course that being Eliza, as she sort of looks for Justin back in Baltimore. Let's go to Baltimore. Eliza shows up. Give her credit. She likes him enough to go to Baltimore. That's right. She's like, oh boy. Justin opens the door, shocked, speechless. My guess is he knew she was coming. Of course, the producers weren't going to just surprise him. This isn't Publishing Clearinghouse. He didn't win a lottery. They didn't have a giant check. So he knew somebody was showing up. She tells him when he came to the beach, everything changed. Justin's like, I haven't even unpacked yet. He looks exhausted. I can imagine how exhausting paradise must be. He's probably excited to just hop on Tinder and meet a girl privately. You know what I mean? He's like, oh boy, I don't have to deal with cameras anymore. I can just go home and get some strange. And then they're like, hello, how are you? He's like, really? You came to Baltimore? This is my space. Justin tells Eliza he wants someone who chooses him, and of course she chose Rodney, although now she's choosing him. But he's like, yeah, but I want you to choose me right away. Yikes. He says maybe it's time he chooses himself, and he starts like spouting, Taylor Swift lyrics, this is about me, this is my Romeo and Juliet, this is my Romeo and Justin. I don't know, whatever. He says, teardrops on my guitar. He starts playing the whole list. You know what I mean? Tim McGraw. He says, our song is a very... Okay, you get it. Yes, that's right. I'm a Swiftie. Oh boy, if you're Taylor Swift and you drop a documentary, I'm watching it. I find her fascinating. He says, I know this isn't what you wanted to hear. She's like, well, I guess I'll just go to a Baltimore Orioles game alone. You know what I mean? The kiss cam's going to be on me and I'll just have to make out with the mascot. This is just the perfect example of a guy not being into you. Look, you came to Baltimore to find out he wasn't that into you. All right, now you know. Fair enough. All right. And it probably helps her edit look a little bit better. At least she followed her heart. All right, Mara shows up. Remember Marinara, whatever. She's hoping to arrive. All we need is a couple breadsticks to go along with this marinara sauce we have here. She's hoping to arrive to positive vibes. Jesse says, better late than never. And it's like, really? Except when everyone's sunburnt and sad. That'd be a fun podcast. Sunburnt and sad. You just interview people at the airport leaving vacation. They're like, I got to go back to my stupid job with my stupid family. Sunburnt and sad. Subscribe now. No one even greets her when she gets there. She's like, is Andrew around? He's like, yo, what do you want? Andrew says he thinks he's in a relationship. It's like, if you think, you aren't. He's like, I think I'm dating someone. It's like, are you? Mara chats with Logan. She inquires about a date. He says, as fun as it would be, there's been 1,000 love triangles. He tells her his prayers are with her. Yeah, it's never sexy when the good Lord is brought up as a reason to reject someone. He's like, look, my prayers are with you. Let's get down on our knees, and not that way, All right. It's an early morning, folks. Mara tries Justin, the younger twin. He agrees to a date. Mara says, F it, let's play. Look, I love the energy. She's like, F it, let's play. Let's go for it. Whatever. You know what I mean? So, the idea of being 33 and being a cougar to me is a little odd because, 33 is still very young. We always think someone's old until we get to that age. It's like, I used to remember when I was like, 24 is so old. I remember my cousin was 24 and I was like 19. I was like, oh my gosh, 24 is so old. I never want to turn 24. The key to aging is to always find someone older than you and be like, at least I'm not that age. You know what I mean? That's the key to aging. Always have one younger friend you can hang out with. Or no, one older friend. That way they're like, oh man, being 40 is tough. And you're like, I wouldn't know. I'm only 37 and a half. All right. Mara is taking Flo's guy on a date. the young twin. Mara says competition never hurt anybody. And then Flo goes, no one said anything about competition. So there they are, of course. Mara and Justin go on a date to learn the art of the churro, the human churros. I love churros, by the way. Look, if you aren't familiar with my love for churros, I love churros so much, I brought the churros to my wedding. That's right. Oh, my churros right there. Oh, my. Hold on. We need the oh, my button here. Whenever we do sex and churros, that's it, folks. So, yeah, we brought the churros to the wedding. Have a watch here. This was my churro day at the wedding here. You'll see, they just literally show up and make customized churros. They have chocolates and caramels and cinnamon. Oh my, right on the beach, right there. They're whipping them up. Literally the most exciting thing other than marrying my bride right there was getting a churro. Anyway, no one else cares. Maybe you're hungry now. You should be. All right, let's get into it. Churros are nectar, okay? Churros literally are nectar. They'll give you a cavity. Mara and Justin go on a date. They learn churros. Mara butters up Justin figuratively, metaphorically, and physically. I think the whole lot. She gets to know all of his ins and outs, if you know what I mean. She puts some of her cinnamon on his churro stick. Okay, folks, it's a family show. Back at the beach, Victoria tells Johnny she really likes him, and it's weird because she didn't expect this. She says she can see him being her forever person. Johnny tells Victoria his little brother's in prison. He didn't want to tell her and freak her out, so she knows now that he's got some family doing hard time, which is a bummer. You know, I'd love to know that storyline more, but it's always sensitive to bring your family into the mess that you arrive on at the beach. Boy, that's going to be a hard conversation when he gets out of jail. Johnny's going to be like, hey, how was jail? He was like, prison? Well, you know, how was the beach? That's the real prison. Kate tells the girls, here is fun, but who's fun? Oh, paradise is fun, but it's totally different in the real world. That's what Kate tells the girls. She's like, it's fun now, but it's only going to get worse. So we follow the Logan storyline, right? And, the whole Logan storyline is kind of sad, if you ask me. Michael tells Logan that Kate could have handled it better when she told Logan he needs to step it up. While she's like, you need to step it up, and then gave him the rose. It's like, what? So Kate lives in this world where, like, the real world's tough. It's not all rosy on the beach. And it's like, why? What is that? Can't life be enjoyable while you also, make a living and do other things? Not everything. Yeah, sure, there's sacrifice and hard work and all that. Absolutely. But life doesn't have to be miserable, Kate. Kate says Logan drives an orange Honda, has a broken phone, and is a dog walker. Kate says she is a wower and wants to be wowed. So clearly she's unimpressed by his life choices. Logan tells Kate that he was hurt by her saying step it up because he thought they had a good week and wanted to find the positive to celebrate versus the warnings. You know what I mean? She apologized if it felt like she was critiquing him. She says the growth they had was driven by her steering the ship. Logan says the idea of her steering the ship isn't true. Ding, ding, ding. Gloves off. We've got to fight. Director's like, all the cameras down to the beach. You know what I mean? We have a disagreement. He says, did it not carry any weight for you that I told the group you were mine? She says, don't put words in my mouth. And I'm like, well, this is a question. He asked her, it might have been rhetorical, but he asked her a question. So he didn't put words in your mouth so much as he put a question mark in your mouth. She says she wants him to fight for her. He says, he's like, explain the fight you would like me to do. So then they smooch after the fight. Then Flo starts to pack her bags to leave, and Justin says, let's chat before you pack. Justin tells Flo he had a good date with Mara, but would rather pursue his connection with Flo. Then Justin dumps Mara, says he had an attraction to her, but better connection with Flo. So that just goes to show that love isn't always built at the churro bar, okay? Just goes to show that the churro is just like sugar. It feels good on your lips, but it doesn't have a lasting effect. Mara calls Justin wishy-washy. It's like, yeah, he's 23. He's a club promoter. He's the definition of wishy-washy. Let the man be wishy-washy till he turns 27 and a half. Mara calls on, that's what you get. You get to be wishy-washy till your late 20s, then be less wishy, a little more washy. Mara calls on Jen to take a shot with her, and here come the tears, of course. She's like, all right, we got to do shots, so that's what they do. Hey, look, is there no better place to get dumped than paradise? They literally get to serve you tequila and hot. Did you see that? They brought out a hot pizza for her. It's like you get dumped, you get a slice of pizza. That's nice. NC arrives from Clayton season. We have NC. NC arrives, and then she pulls Andrew aside to chat. Hold on, we got to go back to the beginning here. There it is. She's on the left. She pulls Andrew aside to chat. Then Lindsay. Wyndham walks onto the beach. Wyndham's on the right. She's the Bachelor version of Paris Hilton, except I don't know if Lindsay's heir to the Wyndham fortune. You know, Lindsay Wyndham, Paris Hilton. Yes, Paris Hilton is the heir to the Hilton fortune. Privilege. Lindsay asks Logan to talk. Logan is officially the most desirable bachelor on the beach, judging by how many people want to chat him up. She asks if he would be open to going on a date. He says he would have to talk to Kate first, says these situations get messy. And just the idea that he said he was open to a date was just like, oh boy. Andrew agrees to go on a date with NC. Lindsay asks Logan to go on the date in front of the whole group. Kate says, am I insane for feeling whiplash that Logan is entertaining the idea of going on a date with her? Johnny says maybe Kate should let Logan do his thing. I think Logan should cut his losses with Kate. Red flag city. He calls her critical, says she looks down on him. Logan spins it around on her, says she went on a date with another guy. She tells Logan she doesn't want him to go. She says Logan is resentful about her date with Hayden. Logan, take my advice. You've burnt your bridge with Kate. Move on, please. Logan speaks with Lindsay, says he's sorry to put her in that position, and says no to her date. And I'm like, oh no, there were so many more positions you could have put her in. Lindsay decides to go home, and it's such a bummer she arrived too late. That's not on her, that's the producer's fault. I think Lindsay would have been a great date for Logan, but he's all in on Kate, and we'll have to see how that goes. Andrew and NC have a blast on their date. They have a fun time. Andrew says there's an immediate connection and they clicked romantically right off the bat. They do oysters, which are just Jell-O shots for rich people. Andrew dumps Jasenia, says she deserves more than he can give. She says it feels like he is disconnected from it all. Jenya says she's surprised Andrew has the mental capacity to go on another date. Jasenia, maybe he's not disconnected from it all. Maybe he's just not that into you. You know what I mean? Hey, that could be the honest truth. He was bored with you. Logan is still having a hard time with Kate, says he's drained from the situation he has put himself in. He wants to get back to fun. He says he hopes no more women walk down the stairs. Oh boy, he's like, please, no more ladies. And then Gabby and Rachel are like, hello. Oh boy, big deal for the beach. They aren't a threat, so it's a welcome surprise because at this point, they're both engaged. Boy, a lot can happen in a month. Logan says, I thought I left those relationships out at sea. He's like, I left that on the cruise with the diarrhea from the food they fed me. Tyler sees Rachel on the beach, first time since they broke up. Logan says he disappeared after dating Gabby due to illness. Oh, the good old days of Logan conspiracy theories. How did he go? Where did he go? Logan disappeared. But he's back on the beach. At this point, so technically he never broke up with Gabby. They might still be together at this point. Because he got the old COVID and then bounced off to Amsterdam. Because Amsterdam solves the COVID. You just go to the red light district. You have a little 1 hour massage, smoke a little hashish, and then you're good, right? That's how you cure COVID in Europe. At this point, you have a churro, you're good to go. At this point, Gabby and Rachel show off their engagement rings, which have since been repoed by Neal Lane himself. He's like, those have to go. You cannot have those. And then that's it for this episode. We'll continue on tonight. So much more to talk about. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Don't forget to check out Bachelor Rush Hour, the new podcast every afternoon, ready for you at rush hour. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Bye, everybody.